drawing some beads to make Begleri. Let's line that up. Right there. First one done, I just turned that from a 2mm to a 3mm hole. And now it should fit on my cord, just 3mm. I might have to go one size higher. Chuck it. It's a little loose. Right there. That's it. I'm going to add this to a Begleri set. We'll see how it comes out. Next step here is filing these down with some bead files. This is just to smooth out the inside so it doesn't fray the cord. And let's bevel the edges a little bit, again, so it doesn't fray the cord too easily. That's it. 2 glow-in-the-dark beads, now with a 3mm hole. If that's still too small, I go up to 3.5 or 4mm. Plenty of room left in these 12mm beads. So I'm going to redo my Sigma, make them the same length as my cones. First off, we need to cut this off. So I think these are just too loose on here, but I do like the weight of this. It's a good weight, but the holes are just a little bit too big for the cord I have. So I'm going to try these kind of as a stopper bead. I just drilled at 3 millimeters. And that should help keep these in place, I think, a little bit better. So I don't know if I want to do 2 and 1 or 1 and 1. I'm going to try 1 and 1 first, and then if I don't like it, I'll redo the set with the 2 and the 3 beads. So let's cut these off. This is how I restring my Begleri sets. So take that cord off, find a good spot for these, and go in there. And I will start the next cord. So I do 1, 2, and then tighten it up so that looks pretty. Like that. I did a little bit too long. I like tassels with this cord. This braided cord is actually kind of made for tassels. So let's try this. I'll wet that in my mouth first just to slide in easier. A drop of wax on there would probably kind of help it too. Let's see if I could get it in there. I just kind of need to get these ends a little bit together more. Oh, I think it'll go in. Tight fit as I wanted. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, so my drilling did good. That feels really light. Just kind of testing it before I complete the set. It works, but let's try 2. The idea was the glow-in-the-dark bead would keep it from sliding all around on the string as I'm flipping it around. Let's see if this works as a stopper. Alright, got that back on. I got 3. That's a lot. That's like a chunky set. Ooh, yeah, the weight is actually pretty good on that. I'm gonna weigh these after I'm done, but I don't know how that looks. It's kind of okay. I think it would look better with the tassel, but yeah, well, these are sliding. I think when it's like in use, it should, it does feel more solid. Then when I just hit this, they're kind of rattly. I do like the weight of just these. Like, this is a good set. Just wish the inner diameter was a little bit more narrow. I guess the mini Sigmas have a different bore size, but well, I'm going to try this for a little bit. See if I like this better with this cord, and if not, Sigmas could go on a thicker cord, and these glow-in-the-dark beads will be used for something else. So originally going to put the glow-in-the-dark beads with these stainless steel beads, so it would just be those two. That might actually work. These are really heavy though, like more heavy. Like one of these might weigh more than two of these Sigma titaniums, so that might be a little heavy for this cord, but I'm going to try this and see how this is. One more bead left. Alright, that's it. That's what my set is going to look like. Size these up. I measure from the start of the bead. So since this is a little longer, it's going to be a little longer than this set. I don't measure from the knots. I measure from the top of the bead to the top of the bead. And my problem with that is sometimes it sinks into your fingers a little bit more, and then it's not exactly where I want it. But for now, it does help me to put them down and do it this way. So right about there is where I want my knot to be. So what I would do is do that. 1, 2, tighten that right where I had that point. Remeasure. Got all stretch. And we're too small. Okay, so I'm going to wiggle this knot up. Loosen that, and then retighten until I get it exactly where I want it. It's close. I might try that just to see, because these beads are weird. Yeah, it's too small. Interesting set. I'm not the biggest fan of 3 beads, but I'll try this out for a day. Let's bring it up just a notch. Alright, we're loosened. Slide. And retighten. Now if I just hang it like that, that's it. So even though this is longer, the inner length is the same, and this is how I measure my Begleri. Yep. It could actually be, that's when I wrap it, it should come to about there. That's how I like it. So this is pretty close. It might be a little small. The weight's okay. I'm gonna make it just a drop bigger, and it's not, it's a little funky. There we go, I reseated the knot and slid it up a drop. So, still a little tight. That's it. Yep. This glue feels good. That was a nice little free spin. Shouldn't be doing that. Now, to finish off the tassels, I'll hold these ends together, find where I want to cut it. I'm just going to double check with this. Yep, that's perfect. I got it. Alright, so for the tassels, you need cord that will fray good. Some types of cord will unravel very funky and it takes more work. But this cotton was actually made for tassel cord, I think. Well, it's really a macrame cord, but it works for tassels. So I give it about like a thumbnail's width, like that. Make it longer, shorter, but that's where I like it, and I cut it evenly. If my scissors would work. Here we go, and yeah, it's pretty even. Now you just sort of allow it to fray by disturbing the braiding. So I'm kind of just unwrapping it. Once it's loosened, you can kind of pull it apart a little bit better. And that's basically it. This will continue to fray and to get more tassel-y as time goes on. Let's try just pulling it apart a little. Yeah, it kind of works with this cord. Some of the paracord you can't just pull apart like that. Side's a little tougher since it's wet. That's basically it. And now I have a set with the stopper bead. Yeah, it does feel more solid with the tighter bore bead on there. Yeah, so that's my new Begleri set. Thanks for watching.